Yeah. Welcome to the podcast, where you better tune in. You can see the picture, all you gotta do is zoom in. You in your man cave, it's no time for your girlfriend. They talk about the Sixers and how the Sixers gon' win. If they take your loss, they gon' hear BG going in. Jenny from the block, that's a lot. They was up 10, now they down 5. You can see it in his eyes, he a fan for life, and he sitting courtside. Sports guy, if you know me, I'ma say fly. How I cross you over like when they had AI. I still the ball, I ain't ask you, may I? Not at my house, they can bet. I ain't gotta try. Maxi for the 3, he try and win. They don't want it time. B try and win. I don't wanna see that boy cry. I live by the gun. I'ma shoot. I don't wanna die. They eat, sleep, Sixers. You should know that it's game time.
Avanto, this shit wavy.
Welcome back to East Sleep Sixers. This your boy Sixers fan for life. We got 215 the sports guy, and we got myself. We not gonna let y'all down. We gonna give y'all that content that y'all always like. Listen, we always got something to talk about when it comes to the Sixers, man. And
we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, because things happen every day. And luckily for us, Joel Embiid is still playing, so the man is relevant right now in this time of the year. But there's other Sixers news that we gonna bring up today. Carl, what's going on, my boy?
Okay. Let's start at the top. Speaking of Joel Embiid, an old friend of ours got on social media today and decides to go on a rant about PG and Joel Embiid, basically saying it's the most talented duel that probably since Shaq and Kobe, but they're both injury prone. They're both XYZZ. They both don't do well in the class.
So basically, you're saying that's Yao Ming and Tracy McGrady.
That's basically what Evan Turner, the biggest bust in NBA history, decided to come out of his mouth and say about Joel Embiid and Paul George. Jose, how you feel about that? Let's start off the show like that.
Yo, all right, man. Listen,
Evan Turner. Let's talk.
Evan Turner, though.
Evan Turner. E.T. himself said that. And Iggy was on the show, too.
Bro, what is he doing right now that's really making noise in the NBA, bro? Besides bumping his gums.
It's kind of like when the Temptations had split up.
Bro, I'm not worried about that man's opinion, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I'm really not worried. Listen, I'm not really worried about Evan Turner's opinion. I don't care what he say, bro. You understand what I'm saying? Like Steven is over there saying he big mad, bro. He big mad.
Superman.
You know what I'm saying? So Evan Turner on this team was nothing special. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, come on, bro. Those were the tank years. You was here because you was a pawn. That's all you was a pawn. You wasn't even one of the pieces in the back, bro. You was a pawn, my guy.
Right.
So your opinion don't mean nothing to me.
Most definitely. Especially about speaking about a player's talent level that's surpassed yours and had injuries throughout his career and still passed yours. You had no injuries. So listen, we're gonna get off that and we're gonna roll right into Joel Embiid and his solid performance last game.
Before we do that,
go ahead.
I need to intervene here because I wrote a few notes here. So let's talk some gossip.
Vinny is rubbing off.
Yeah. Let's talk some gossip here. You know what I'm saying? Since this is East Sleep Sixers, and we like to keep the gossip going around, the rumors going around. We got Charles Barkley fat shaming Joel Embiid. What do you think about that?
He said this story time and time again about Moses Malone when he was in Philly. Basically told him to get his fat ass in shape, or he'll never be nothing in the league. And he has taken that and gone on in the media and said that story time and time again about Joel Embiid. And, it will come across more real if Charles picked up the phone and called Embiid, which he has his number, and grinding him up or gave him positive reinforcement. I don't take no talking head on the TV series. Charles Barkley, you're a ex-Sixer player. You're a big name in the city. It's nothing for you to come down and holler at that man. You have plenty of opportunities.
See,
I
the
don't
way
care
I look
about
at
that.
it is, bro, Charles Barkley got no room to talk, okay? Because he was in the same position as Allen
Round
Iverson.
down the rebound.
Wait. Let me finish. He was in the same position as Allen Iverson, trying to take a team of nobody somewhere. You understand what I'm saying? He's in the same position as Joel Embiid. I'm not going to say Joel Embiid had a bunch of nobodies because Joel Embiid had better names than Charles Barkley and Allen Iverson.
Yeah, yep.
And AI. You know what I'm saying? Yep. But still, it's not the point. Why you fat shaming that dude when, for real, you was out of shape, my guy?
Most definitely.
You understand what I'm saying? Let's not act like Charles Barkley was out there looking like Lou Ferrigno. For all those people who know who Lou Ferrigno is, if y'all know who he is, he's the original Incredible Hulk. You understand what I'm saying? So for him to be fat shaming a player, bro, and on national TV or on somebody else's podcast, bro, that is weird, bro. Because you ain't never been, like, your physique never been like that, bro.
Nah.
You understand? It didn't never look like he was in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Could he ball? Could he go up and down the court? Yes. But why did they call him the round mountain rebound for? They ain't call him that for a reason.
Loved his stuff.
He was out there running up and down the court looking like an emoji, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
We're going to come back with an emoji to put up that describes
You
exactly
feel me,
what
bro? Like, come on. Charles Barkley look like a big-ass emoji, bro. Stop, bro.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. You know, the city has reason to be excited about this team. The city has reason to wrap their arms and support this team. Now, everybody that's watching, if you're looking for the Sixers to come out and go 20-0, nah, it's the NBA. You know, you're playing against the best of the best every night. These players have never played with each other, besides, you know, the obvious. So it's going to take some time to adjust. Now, would I be totally blown away if they come out 10-0? No, because the talent level is like that. But it takes time to adjust to a new system. Ask Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, Phil, I understand what you're saying, and you're right. And that's why, but don't fat shame him, bro. Like, come on. If you're going to talk about his game, don't talk about his weight because you ain't got room to talk when it came to that part. The mentality is different, bro. But you weird. You're being a weirdo for fat shaming somebody. Honestly, bro. That's my opinion.
Well, Jose had to get that off his chest right there. You know what I mean? Now, I'll come up with my next talking point because I made some notes too. Jenny rubbed off on both of us. So, you know, we got a final spot that we need to fill specifically with a power forward, a four. There's been two guys that's been, you know, every week you've been hearing these guys every week on social media. Or do we go Bertans? Do we go Twin? Do we go Bertans? Do we go Twin? Jose, you're the GM right now. You're making that last pick. Bertans or Twin? The good Twin.
I'm bringing good Twin back. I'm bringing good Twin back, bro, because they robbed my guy. Like, how you give him the key to the city and then be an Indian giver and take it back? I wasn't feeling that, bro. I'm sorry, bro. You put him on national TV, gave him the keys to the city, and took it back.
I don't think I ever seen. No, I did see that. No Diddy.
Now, listen, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. Listen. I feel like the Sixers were the most active team this offseason. There was a few others that you might could like talk into the same sentence as the Sixers, but the Sixers were the best. They made the best moves, in my opinion. They picked up the best free agent, the best backup rebounder, backup center, the best backup center, and they picked up a couple other good pieces. You feel me? Caleb Martin. They picked up the kid Jackson.
That was a huge pickup.
Like,
huge.
Jackson's a good piece for this team too. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, he is.
But since we're talking about that, let's talk about some other players that they fumbled on, that they could have had. Okay? Let's talk about that since we're talking about something. And I just want to keep everybody engaged with this because I got 4 names that I feel like the Sixers could have had. And one of them used to be on this team. One used to be on this team. All right? So one of the free agents, and I'm going to go from the bottom. I'm going to go from number 4 to 1. My number 4 free agent that I felt the Sixers fumble was Gary Trent Jr. I feel like they could have picked him up, and he could have helped this team. He would have been a good fit on this team. What do you think of that, Carl?
Who was that?
Gary Trent Jr.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It was a guy that I wanted for a lot of different reasons, mainly because he's a dog. And we said this before we started gaining players this year. Every player that we get on free agency or via trade has to have a dog in it. Simply because we had no dogs on the roster last year outside of Tyrese Maxey. You didn't see any guys really aggressive on the defensive or offensive end. So we needed dogs, and I think we did that job.
The Sixers still could have picked him up though. Real rap.
Yeah, they
The
could have picked
Sixers,
him up.
Phil, the Sixers still could have grabbed him. No diddy. Another name that the Sixers could have picked up and they fumbled the bag on was Tyus Jones, and he would have been an excellent backup to Tyrese Maxey. Excellent backup. I feel like
So you would put
Tyrese Maxey last year was overused, and Tyus Jones knows his role, would have came on his team and been a perfect backup to Tyrese Maxey. What do you think about that?
So I would take Reggie over him. Why? Because we're lacking perimeter defenders on this team, and one thing Reggie could do for sure, he'd get down, break down, and play defense. So after losing Pat Bev last year, which I think was a crushing loss
I mean, you
for
make a
us,
great point there, but still,
yeah,
though, like when it comes to making baskets and doing the explosive stuff that Tyrese Maxey does, Tyus Jones
Tyus
does
Jones is a
that.
better offensive player.
Correct.
Absolutely,
Correct.
absolutely.
You feel
Yeah,
me?
I agree with that.
You
I
know what
agree
I'm
with that.
saying? So,
McCain, this guy, Jason is basically saying McCain is better than Jones, maybe Fultz. The problem with that, Jason, we don't know what McCain is yet. Nobody does until he touched the NBA floor on regular season and goes up against regular season talent. I think the Sixers did a good job this year. The Sixers brass of building depth, whereas though our young players aren't forced into a situation, we can actually grow them along. And if we want them in there certain roles, if they work out, they work out. If they don't, we can pull them, put Reggie Jackson in. So I think they did a good job with it.
and then my second player, and you know I hate bringing X6s back. I hate bringing
I
X6s
know what you're
back.
about to say, and I'm still winning back. Go ahead.
I hate bringing X6s back, bro, because I feel like we should have kept them in the first place. If we
Right.
if we let listen, if we let Cork Miles on this team as long as he was, and he was part of the Donor Brother, he was part of Donor Brothers. Y'all remember Krispy Kreme Cork Miles? If y'all know who Krispy Kreme Cork Miles is, y'all need to go back on YouTube and watch some of the old Eat Sleep Sixers podcasts. Y'all gonna
And
know
he
who the
was
Donor Brothers is. But we're not here to downgrade Cork Miles, okay? Dario Saric, bro. I feel like if anybody made sense to come back to this team, it's Saric, bro.
absolutely,
For the
absolutely
void that we need right now, that man.
that man. He fills a lot of different voids. Actually, they just read up his contract, so it would have possibly been, I think, a January situation where he could have been waited to move in January. But before they read up his contract, he was a restricted free agent. So the Sixers had an opportunity to match that contract that he got offered. I would have matched it, man. I said it when we was talking about players. We need somebody who could facilitate. We need somebody who could rebound. We need somebody with savvy. That's
They
cheating, baby.
fumbled the
We
bag. They
never
could have
said
had
that.
him. They could have had him. They could have had
Yeah, they
him.
fumbled that. They
They could have
fumbled
had
that.
him. And I'm sure with the team that after picking up Paul George and everything, Darius Saric would have loved to have come back here. Anybody right now, if you look at this Sixers team, the way it's built, constructed right now with Tyrese Maxey, Paul George, and Joel Embiid, who ain't crazy about coming to this team, bro?
I got a good question to ask.
So wait,
Certainly.
I'm not done yet. Before you
Go
finish,
ahead.
got one more player. My number one pick out of all these free agents that we fumbled this year. And that's Malik Beasley, bro. Shooting 44.3% from the three-point line and shooting while contested at that.
Right. Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Excellent filler for Tyrese Maxey. I hear what you're saying, and I got where you're going with that. You know what I mean?
We fumbled the bag on some key free agents. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Most definitely.
Free agents that we could have still had with what we got is what I'm saying.
Yeah, we could have afforded them, basically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I got one X Sixer on that list, well, not on your list, that I would have loved to have signed back here. We didn't see him but what, 2, 3 games last year. And I felt like when we picked him up, that was a hell of a signing. He's one of the best defensive perimeter guys in the league. This has been for years. He's been that guy everywhere he's went. Rocco would be excellent coming off this bench, in my opinion.
I
Especially
can't
with the
agree
absence
with
of
you
a
with
fourth
that
position.
because where was he last year? Like,
He was injured.
we saw a glimpse, bro. Bro, listen, bro. Between all right, I
He
get
played
that.
like
Okay,
3
he's
games,
injured.
Jose.
He's injured, but I want like at this point, I want to see the X-rays. I want to see the hospital report. I want to see everything
Okay,
because
you want to see what's going
come
on.
on, bro. Like Anthony Melton had a back injury. Then the whole, you know what I'm saying? I get it. The back injury is the worst injury to have because you really can't pinpoint where it's at, the solution, or none of that. That's the worst injury to have. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm not even going to even compare Anthony Melton's injury to Rocco's. But Rocco got that Casper. You know, I just got hit by.
Giving you Oubre vibes.
I'm getting Oubre vibes from Rocco, man, because nobody know what happened to Rocco, bro. You know, he came up with a mysterious injury, bro, and he was gone for the rest of the season, bro. Like, really?
Yo, there's no lie, and I'm gonna put this out there. We will give a legit Eat Sleep Sixers mug out to somebody who could let us know what exactly happened to Rocco last year.
I'm agree with
Specifically,
Phil. Look, bro. Look, listen, bro. Listen. That last statement, I'm gonna have to agree with him. I'm gonna have to say Rocco didn't seem like he wanted to play.
I hear that. I hear that. You know what I mean? I hear that. So
I like Rocco when we first had him. Besides him missing so many layups, but the fact that last year when his defense could have made a difference and he was non-existent, I'll pass on that one. I'm chilling, bro. I'm good, bro. So another thing, you had a question, bro. So what was that question before I go on to my next topic?
do you feel like Nick Nurse at this point is the right fit for this team? Have you seen enough? Do you need more of a sample size to go off of?
Listen, bro. If we sat here and endured Brett Brown, Glenn Rivers for as long as we did, so you just gonna one and done Nick Nurse? No, I can't do that, bro. I gotta see him one more time.
Absolutely. You know, it's a
I
question.
can't one and done Nick Nurse, bro. I gotta see him one more time.
Okay.
I can answer this question after this season, this next season is over.
That's basically what I said. Do you need more of a sample size? Before you
Yeah, no, I don't do Happy Meals. I'm sorry, bro.
I hear you. I mean, me personally, considering we haven't had a meal here in Philly,
I need the Bakezilla, bro. I need the Bakezilla, bro. I don't need a Happy Meal. You know what I'm saying? I don't want the toy. I don't want none of that shit.
I take the McDouble right now.
I need the Bakezilla with the large fries, large Coke. You feel me?
Damn. Hard with it. You know, I think as far as coaching, the coaches that we've had here, Jose, like the last 3, I think he's far better than all of them. And he
I
showed
believe
that.
so too. But remember, you got to think, bro. Like the cards that he was dealt, Embiid played. This is the least Embiid played. Besides the seasons that he was gone for like a whole season. Remember that?
Yeah.
So Embiid ain't played nothing this past season, basically. So when people were crying about Embiid being in the Olympics, I'm like, shit, he barely played this season. Go ahead, let him rock out. He needs that experience against all those veterans and all those greats and all those future Hall of Famers. He need to be in the presence of those players.
And that's why I think people don't realize. No, first and foremost, Embiid is Joel Embiid is a competitor. Nobody that wins the MVP or even in that running does that without being a top tier competitor. So with that being said, just like we miss him missing games, just like we get frustrated with him missing so many games, nobody is as frustrated as Joel Embiid. So, you know, I think this is his way of, you know, making it up to his fans for not seeing him so long and also getting his body that cardio he needs from missing. What he missed? 2 months, Jose? A month? What else last year?
More than that, bro. The man only played. He played less than half a season, bro.
So that's a lot of games that he wasn't running up and down the
He played,
court.
if I'm not mistaken, he played like 38 games. Like,
Yep, yep. So these are over 50 games we talking about. Of him not getting that cardio that he needs to get, and knocking off some weight he probably needed to work. He was basically sitting around. He couldn't do too much exercise because of his injury. So yeah, I think the doctors even pushed him in this
I was
direction.
close. Look. Phil said 39 games. I said 38. I was off by one. Let's go, Phil. I was off by one, bro. Less than half a season.
Listen, Phil definitely get the kudos for looking up them stats.
Yeah, I remember looking that up earlier this season. I remember he played like 30-something games, bro. You know what I'm saying? And look, my nephew over there, he said, "I'm sorry, Rogo time is done." Let me put this comment up, bro.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Rogo time is done. Not only that, I don't know how he fits in the rotation now. I could see him getting traded. I mean,
well, I think he's a free agent.
Listen, I don't think, like I said, if he played and he did something on this team that could change my opinion on the matter,
right.
But he didn't, bro, because he was
non-existent. Right.
He was non-existent.
Right. So
you know what I'm saying?
Do you think? I got another question for you. Do you think we will feel the loss of Melton, basically putting Gordon in that role that he was playing? Do you feel like that's that much of a gap?
I think Gordon's a bigger name, honestly, bro. I think Gordon could do exactly what Melton did and better.
Interesting. I haven't watched him that closely the last few years. I do know he's my age, which is not very appealing for me as a player. But there's guys that could get out there like Bron, 38, 39.
My young boy in the chat. My young boy
up,
Marcus.
What's up, boy?
You feel me? Yo, I was sharing.
Ball out there.
Yeah, he was balling this weekend.
Hold on, boys. You're gonna stop right there, Pop. I see where the talent comes from, and it's not from this man right here. It may come from your mom, but you got a little ball game on you, boy. I saw you, boy.
Hey, Marcus, let him know who's the first person to put a basketball in your hand. Let him know, Marcus. This is my son right here. Anybody, R.I.P. X Almighty. This is my son. You feel me?
Hey, y'all follow that YouTube
You see
page.
this? You see this name right here? You see this?
Yeah.
That's him.
Yeah.
That's him.
Yeah. Y'all follow that YouTube page right there.
But I had a great time with him this weekend. We was at his basketball tournament. We drove out. It was crazy. He said, "I ain't gonna lie, I got family 5 over anyone." Woo! Let's get it.
Check it out.
Let's get it.
But we ain't gonna talk about that. We'll talk about that after the show.
Let's get it. But anyway, getting back. I want to mention Korkmaz, and the reason I definitely gotta mention Korkmaz because Jenny not here to cut me off about this.
I hear the violins playing. I hear them.
Nah, listen, bro. Like one thing, and we roasted Korkmaz a lot on this podcast. We did. We call him Krispy Kreme Korkmaz. He was part of the Donor Brothers. All of that good stuff. But let's not make no mistake. What Korkmaz had to endure here on the tank years and all of that crazy stuff. Bro. He was here like trust the process and all of that. I gotta give him props, bro, because his farewell speech on Twitter, I gotta commend him for that, bro. He said, dope. He said there always gonna be a place in his heart for Philly, bro. You can't knock that, bro. He didn't leave with ill will. You know what I'm saying? Crazy comments and dissing the city or none of that, bro. He showed mad love in his farewell speech. He finally said it. After all this time, he just finally posted it. So I'm gonna give big shout outs to Korkmaz, even though I roasted him. I appreciate, the farewell speech that you put out there. What do you think about that?
Jose, I was one of the guys clinging on to Korkmaz coming back to form of when he was 6th man on this team and knocking down shots every night. I felt like he got done dirty from lack of continuity. You're getting a different boss every year. Every year is a different boss. So I felt like it was a raw deal for him. That's what I felt.
It was definitely a raw deal for him. So now getting to the big fish of the summer, I want to talk about Paul George. Paul George has been seen on his podcast. If y'all don't know his podcast, go follow his podcast. It's a great podcast. He has a lot of celebrities on there. But like the vibe that he's given and how happy he wants to be in Philly right now, like I'm excited. I can't wait till the season start. Like real rap, bro.
I think this.
While I'm gonna always pray for everybody stay healthy, because now we're not just praying for Embiid to stay healthy. We're praying for Paul George to stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? But I sat here and I watched Ray Allen as a shooter play really late in his life. I saw Vince Carter do his damnness to play very late in his life. You understand what I'm saying? In the NBA at a high level. You understand what I'm saying? And last year, if I'm not mistaken, Paul George was not too shabby.
At all.
Was not too shabby. So am I excited to have somebody like that on the team? Hell yeah.
I think these guys are best fit for each other, and I think they saw that in Joel Embiid and Paul George. Why? Because Joel Embiid has had to carry a lot of the load in Philadelphia throughout his whole career. He's yearned for a guy that he could dump off the load to and trust him to carry the torch. Tyrese Maxey is here. Yes, he's a superstar, but we need Tyrese Maxey to do other things as well. So Paul George is here to fill in the gaps. I think he allows Joel Embiid to be the best version of him, and he'll allow Tyrese Maxey to be the best version of him. And guess what? That's not Joel Embiid scoring 30 points a game. That's not Maxey scoring 30 points a game. That's all of them scoring around 22, 24 and keeping each other fresh. That's what I want to see this year. Keep each other fresh for the playoffs, for a championship run. If you're running your best guys through the most of the year, if 80% of your offense is flowing through your best guys all year, towards the playoffs, they're going to be tired. They're going to be injury prone. It's not math. You know what I'm saying? It's not rocket science. So I think they'll all help each other out and staying fresh towards that later year.
But at the same token, Maxey took he took a team friendly deal. He could have had more. He could have took the whole bag.
Well, actually, he couldn't have because of him not being all NBA. That kind of ruined his chances of getting super maxed out. So it gave him the drawing below, which is the other max. Which
on top of that, though, he still chopped some down, though.
Well, he sacrificed the year before he was supposed to get re-up. He was supposed to get re-up last season. The Sixers came to him. They asked him, could you hold off to next year? Because we got plans on doing a couple things. Shout out to Morey not being a liar. Being a liar. And actually getting those few things that he told Maxey to hold on about. And then giving Tyrese Maxey some bread. So he ain't do it for nothing.
Right,
you know what I mean?
I got you. But listen, I'm very excited. I'm very excited for this year. Like this year gonna be crazy. Besides the year that we had Jimmy Butler, this is the most exciting Sixers team we had in a few years. You know what I'm saying? And I can't wait to see the camaraderie, the team chemistry that these guys build together. You know what I'm saying? I hope like what I don't want to see is any cancer in the locker room. I hope Embiid leaves the Olympics and goes straight to either somebody's training camp and start working out ASAP. Like, no time off for you, my guy, because to be honest with you, in my opinion, Joel's on the hot seat now. Because you're on national media side-eyeing who you wanted. We all saw it when he side-eyed Paul George. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't want to actually say it, but he side-eyed him, and we ended up getting Paul George. Bro, now, all right, now we got players that you wanted. We got Drummond on this team. You got a backup center now. You got Paul George, the guy that you wanted. You got Maxey. Bro, you got other good pieces on this team, bro. Let's not act like you don't. So now it's put up or shut up, Miss Embiid.
Right, Jose, and just to piggyback off what you said, I'll double back to the Paul George podcast. What up, P? You need to come on with us too. I'll double back to what he said. He basically said him being here will alleviate things like Joel Embiid at the top of the key all the time, or Joel Embiid on the perimeter all the time. It can allow him to be lower because you have a mid-range pro and Paul George who can control that mid-range. Now, I'm not saying don't face up, don't be Joel Embiid, nah, but it will lessen
Well,
him being up there, having so many
well,
opportunities.
two shades to what you're saying because I watched the whole Charles Barkley interview on Paul George's podcast, and he made a good reference on when he was on all the shitty Philadelphia 76ers team, and he had to get the hard body 37 points. And then when he went to Phoenix, it was like he got Dan Marley, he got Kevin Johnson.
AJ.
He said it was the easiest 26 points I ever had to get in my life.
Because he's wide open.
You understand what I'm
Wide
saying?
open.
He said it was the easiest 26 points I ever had to get in my life. So I'm hoping that Embiid embraces that. I hope he doesn't get selfish. Super demand the ball when you got these studs on this team, bro. It's like you on a chessboard with 3 queens, bro. You know how you take the pawn to the other side and you could turn the pawn to whatever chess piece. You know how to play chess? I don't think you know how to play chess. You know how to play chess?
Why not play that spot?
If you take the pawn to the other side, you can make that pawn to whatever chess piece you want. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like Embiid got a few queens on this team besides himself. I'm not, no disrespect, and that's not a gender type of stuff. But you know, now it's not, you're not by yourself, bro. So there's no excuse. There's no excuse now.
Hey, Phil, we about to get off, but we like to answer everybody or try to. That's exactly what we're saying. And this is exactly what Jose is saying. All this stuff that we want to Joel Embiid to do all these years, there is no excuse not to roll to the rim. There's no excuse not to get rebounds. There is no excuse no more. You know what I mean? So, saying that to say, it's go time.
If he really wants to win, bro, he gonna just do what he has to do. Point blank. Period.
Yeah.
And Isaac is making a great point. Andre Drummond is really gonna come in clutch because let me tell you something. Even though Embiid was out there putting those numbers, those crazy numbers this year, because if he didn't miss all those games, we never saw a year when Embiid was sitting so many fourth quarters like we did in 2023-2024 season. He sat a lot of fourth quarters. Even though the man only played 39 games, he played only 3 quarters and was sitting for a whole quarter. Like, he made his presence felt in 3 quarters. You understand what I'm saying? So that's where Andre Drummond come in at. If Embiid can replicate that and Drummond come out, and Drummond gonna eat like Pac-Man. Drummond gonna come out and eat like Pac-Man.
10 boards in the fourth for Drum. He do that.
You feel me?
You playing the whole fourth Drum?
Eat like Pac-Man. So, there's going to be no need for Embiid to come back out on the floor with somebody like Andre Drummond. Let's hope that it all works out like that. Big Sixers fan for life. I'm not going to change. That's my team. I'm going to ride or die with my team. We got 2 on Father Sports guy in the building. We got Ronell Garland Jr. What's up, Ron? I ain't see you in a minute, man. It's been a while.
Every Monday and Friday, Ron. Come on,
you
baby.
Feel me? So, I got my nephew in the building. Obviously, my son came through and said hi, bro. I love you, son. Great job this weekend. I'm sorry, you fell short, but you're gonna have plenty of opportunities, man. And I'm glad that I'm gonna be around to see all this. Cause what I saw this weekend, man, I was super proud dad, man. Super proud dad. You feel me? Super proud.
Don't have me tearing up over here.
Come on, man.
Shut up, man. In the show.
Listen, only one person get sentimental here, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you want to cry for me, go ahead, but I'm not going to do it.
All right, we'll wait till we get off.
Y'all already know what time it is, boy. East Sleep Sixers. Follow her. Look up top. We got Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. So don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. If you ain't understand what I said in English, I'm finna tell you in Spanish. No te olvides a decirle a un amigo, que le diga a un amigo, que le diga a un amigo about the East Leaf Sixers podcast. We rely on word of mouth. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, on YouTube. We are getting very close to getting monetized with your help. And share this page, East Leaf Sixers. We need you. We close to 1K, man. We need this bread. I'm broke. I got bills to pay. I don't know about you, Carl. How about you, man?
Yeah, most definitely. Definitely got bills to pay.
Y'all already know what time it is, man. East Leaf Sixers, we gonna catch up with y'all, man. Everybody have a great day. Enjoy y'all summer as the days pass. Sixers season soon to come. But right now, we gonna give you the best content we can right now. Everybody have a great night. Awesome tomorrow. We'll be back next Monday. Come check us out, East Leaf Sixers.